Hey everyone, my name is Vam, and this is my co-founder and brother Noy. We're the founders of StripIt, and today we're gonna break down what a supplement strip is and how it works.
All right, let's get into it.
Yeah? All right, cool. So over the past year, we've been researching and developing um, our strips, and we've been taking a look at the ingredients and more importantly, the science behind how a strip actually works.
So as you can see, this is a picture of our strips, our digestive probiotic and our sleep strips. As you can note, we like to say this is a fun fact. The colors are all very natural. So for the sleep strip, you have that very earthy tone that comes from the botanicals that we're using. And then you also have our digest strip, which is a light pink color. It comes from all the different probiotic strains inside, the prebiotic fibers, and they're very clean formulations. We like to highlight that a lot. There are other products obviously in this space, whether it's different formats or strips that don't really follow those strict rules, but we really like to be non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, sugar-free. We have a whole list, but it's a very clean product.
Yeah, so let's get into the context. So I want to give all of you some context about the strip industry. We have to go back to 2001. Now, this is when the biotech company Pfizer, right, the one everyone loves, the one everyone knows about, released the first strip company called Listerine Pro Packs. So Listerine strips. I'm not sure if all of you are familiar with them, but they are breath mint strips.
Like the ones you see in the little packets, you probably know it.
Yeah, you kind of peel it out and just pop them and go. So those became more popular during that time. And then in the years that followed, it really became predominant in the pharmaceutical space, right? A lot of drugs and medicines were made in that format just because of absorption and all that, which we will get into in a moment. But so it was in that pharmaceutical industry. And then more recently, it began to be used for supplements, right? And that is why we launched our company officially in June of 2026. As a clean label strip supplement company, really revolutionizing the supplement space. And this is why we really got into it, because it is a really innovative format.
Yeah, the supplement industry, which we'll talk about, has been very outdated and stagnant. And we thought that this was a great way, over months of research and development, and now we're a year and a half in, that we finally launched. We saw that it was time for the supplement industry to really revolutionize and change.
Yeah. So this is the context. Now, one important part that, we think is more important than the context is how the strip actually works, right?
Yeah.
How it actually works. And here, if you want to pull up a picture of the mouth.
Yes, let's pull it up. It should be on the screen.
It's a bit freaky. It's a bit freaky, all right? But, okay, so as you can see, this is the mouth. And the reason why I want to show you this is the tongue, the mucosa, and just all around the mouth is filled with a lot of capillaries, right? Blood vessels, which allow ingredients to be absorbed straight into the bloodstream, directly taking it to where it needs to go, right? Where the nutrients need to go. For example, our strips, right? They dissolve in your mouth, and the nutrients and vitamins go into those blood vessels, right? And then they go directly into your bloodstream and go to exactly where they need to go to, right? This leads to a greater amount of absorption and less loss of ingredients throughout that process, right? And this is the term that's called bioavailability, right? That the actual definition is the percentage of a substance like a medicine, vitamin, or nutrient that your body successfully absorbs and puts to work, right? So strips have a high bioavailability.
Right, so now we're looking at the traditional supplements. If we really want to do a comparison, you have your pills, powders, and gummies and the other traditional formats that need to pass through the digestive system and more. So what you know with a traditional supplement, your pill that you love, you swallow, goes through the throat, and starts going down to the gut, right? So when we look at this, you swallow your supplement, it lands into your gut and goes to your small intestine, and this is the digestive system that we all know, and it starts breaking it down. So the gut dissolves the supplement, it starts building up that nutrients inside, breaking it down in the localized bloodstream. From there, it's a one-way vessel that goes straight into your liver. So you go through that, nutrient starts breaking down, it goes to that localized bloodstream, goes into the liver, and this is where we see the first pass metabolism that a lot of people talk about with this traditional format. From there, not only does the gut break down the nutrients, the liver then also begins to break down the nutrients. So this is that first pass where the liver starts filtering the nutrients, it processes it, and it even destroys a lot of the nutrients that are in that space. So now, whatever survives the liver, the gut and the liver, now can then go to your entire bloodstream throughout your entire body and start to be used. So what we see is that in the traditional format, you see a lot of the breakdown, which leads to a lower bioavailability. Now there are supplements that try to fix that and they do extra coatings and all these different things. But what we see traditionally in this space is that because it's going through all these different steps, you're really leading to that lower bioavailability. Now when we talk about the strips, like Vem was saying with the higher absorption, the strips really bypass all of that. Yes, some of them might, when you swallow, might go a little down into your gut. That happens, like with
totally
anything.
fine.
But a majority of it is going straight into your bloodstream, and because it's bypassing the gut and the liver, it's going straight into your overall bloodstream, not just localized areas inside your body, and the breakdown is far less, which means you have higher absorption. So that's really the steps. And the strips, there's a lot more that obviously goes to it, but this is the majority of what makes a strip far more superior format to the existing ones.
Yeah, it's absorption, and our goal here is to educate all of you about this format and how the absorption works in our system, right?
Yeah, and I mean, one more thing to note too is that the strips are also, in terms of lifestyle, much more convenient, right?
Yeah.
You can take it around with you anywhere you want, much easier, no swallowing, no water and all that. But the absorption is a really big thing that we want people to know about.
Yeah. So this kind of concludes the short video about the strip, how it works, the science behind it, the context behind it. And if you learned something today, and if you want to try supplements, please go ahead and take a look at our website, getstripit.com. Take a look at our digest probiotic strip and our sleep strips, and let us know how they are, right? We want your feedback.
Yeah.
We want all of you just to even say, hey, this was very interesting. This is an interesting format. I would love to learn more, right? That feedback would be great. And if you want to keep up with us and the content that we're putting out and the information that we're putting out as well, take a look at our Instagram at GetStripIt to learn more. We like to say StripIt is the future of supplements. I hope after this video you guys think the same thing. So thank you all for watching.
Thanks, guys.